Yo, what's up everyone? Kyrios here, and today I'm going to go over this wormhole guide. Now, I only have a few tips for you. It's a little straightforward, but there's a couple tips that could help you out. And I'm going to talk about some of the weapons I prefer to use going in there, and I'll show you some of the gameplay. We were able to clear all 24 floors last night, so we're just waiting for some levels to open up. So if you guys can hit that like and subscribe, I do appreciate it. Check out our Tower of Fantasy playlist, and I'll see you in there. Into the tips and tricks and all the other stuff I got for you. But wormhole's a new activity once you hit level 41, and there's going to be multiple levels to it. And funny enough, I can't even click on it because I've already finished all 24 levels. But you'll have your normal level, then your hard level, and then I guess what they call the extreme level. So you have essentially 24 different levels you can do per one. Now these other ones open up at level 50 and level 60 or level 70. So as you go up, you'll be able to unlock more. Now, what's very important about these is that one, this is going to be your primary source of gear. It's going to get you a lot of your purple dust, and it'll eventually get you other dust as well. And there's also an item that is on this shop eventually that this purple dust is going to allow you to buy crystals to upgrade your gear. We'll have more information on that. But so you definitely want to be doing this so you can at least buy one purple piece per each one, and then I would save it after that point. There's no reason, because you're not really doing joint operation right now. That's where a lot of your gear is going to come from. And secondly, you do get these really nice perks. So every 8 levels you go, you get these little reward infos that have these gold nucleuses and batteries and stuff like that. Now there is a purchasable one in the purchase shop. Now that's, if you're spending money on the game, it's actually really worth to get it, in my opinion, just for the advancement modules on its own. And let me show you that real quick. I've actually bought them myself as well, but you can see them here. They have these booster modules, they have these advancement modules, and that's going to help accelerate your career. Now, 600 is like 3 pulls, so you really have to, as a free-to-play, you really have to think very hard about this. But to me, the advancement modules are really the key pinnacle of progression stopping for a lot of us. So these packages were really good. But if you spend all your gems on Nemesis and a few others, that's what I do. Now, the last thing I would say here quickly is that the wormhole also resets from the time you start it. So as soon as you finish one level, this 120-hour timer starts. So make sure you get in there right away. Make sure you get into it. Make sure you do it. Get as far as you can over the next month, because 120 hours gives you 4 weeks. Get as far as you humanly can. At the end of it, you're going to get some rewards, and it's going to start over again. It's essentially like your monthly tower climb that you can do. All right, first tip is talking about vulnerabilities. Now, the target weak points are very important. You can see here that it is weak to frost and fire, but both of these are not created equal, mainly because we don't have the best fire attackers. Now, you might say, oh, King's amazing, but King does start to fall off, and you will feel him start to fall off in this mode as well, especially as you get up the ranks, all 24 of them. That you could do right now. Bringing in frost is going to go a lot further for you, and even still bringing in lightning like Samir is going to help you out a lot, because there's certain buffs that are actually going to synergize with attack speed or just raw attack. So using things like Coco, Samir, Meryl are still going to help you out a lot. All right, tip number 2, make sure you're getting the right buffs. Now, if you grab the wrong buffs or you decide to go tanky as of right now, it's just really not going to help you out. You're going to really want to go ham on that DPS. So I'm going to lay up my favorite buffs right now, one by one. All right, first one is Radical Particle. This does increase your crit rate, and it gives you a chance to get a double damage buff for a few seconds. It allows you to crack off insane hits like you've seen in this video. All right, next one, we have Devouring Sun. Now, this increases crit rate again, and it's especially useful for weapons like Samir that attack really, really fast. You'll get a ton of bleed damage. All right, next one, we have the Overclocking program. This one's really good, especially if you get it early, where you can start stacking it through the levels, and by the time you get to level 8, you're going to have a ton of extra attack. Now, finally, the last one is Eternal Trial. Now, this one's situational, but it does help you in the beginning of boss fights to be able to burst down as hard as humanly possible, and for taking down elites as well. So it'll help you keep your health a lot higher, because you're downing them a lot quicker. Now, the final one on the list is Heart of Thorns for the DPS ones. Now, this one is situational. Please take in mind that this is better if you get it early on the lower floors, because it's going to depend on how many enemies you kill. As you get higher in the floors, you're going to want to shift that to some of the other ones that I've mentioned already. All right, and then every now and then you'll get a really bad one where you won't have attack. So you'll either use the mechanical core to give you physical damage reduction, or you will use the physical reconstitution, I think that's what it is, or reconstruction. That's going to give you more of that physical compensation. So those were the two I would choose. They would give you your best bang for buck if you don't get a DPS. All right, next big mistake you're making is don't kill anything when you first get into a match. Go past everything, and especially don't kill any of the ones that aren't elites as well. And I'll talk about that in just a second. But make sure you scout out the whole map. Try and find those time things I just picked up right there, and try and find out the random buffs that are laying on the ground. There's usually anywhere between 1 to 3, and if you miss those and you complete your progress up to 100%, you're going to be hurting your progress as you go up. All right, I got 2 tricks for you. Now, you'll see that at the top left-hand corner, the progress is 0. Everything you kill in here is going to advance that progress. And once you hit 100%, you're screwed. You can see here I killed a little mini minion right there, and it went up by 4%. That's going to really hurt us because elites are the only ones that can really drop buffs or have a guaranteed chance to drop buffs. So tip number 1 is to single out the elites. If you could take out an elite by itself without taking out any other minions, it's going to give you about 25% progress. But it's going to make it so you can at least kill at a minimum 4 elites to guarantee yourself 4 different buffs a level. Now, in this example, I didn't do it correctly because I'm at 0%, but you can see here there's 1, 2, 3 elites. Now, if you were able to leave these to the very end and group them together when you have about 80-90%, when you hit 100%, as long as you're in combat with all those elites, every elite will die and give you a buff. So you can plan it out if they're all together, that you group them together for the final attack hit. Now remember that every floor -4 or -8 is going to be a boss fight, and now these boss fights are not the hardest thing in the world in my opinion, but this is where the skill is really going to come down. You're not going to get a whole lot of healing because you have that 80% reduction in healing. Even if you bring something healing, you're really going to have to come down to making sure that you time your abilities. Make sure you're always saving a discharge to be able to break that shield as fast as humanly possible, and make sure you're getting those time stops as well as possible. Without getting any of those things, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. So make sure you have enough dispatch energy. If you allow them the ultimate, you're probably going to die. You need to always save up for breaking that shield. All right, now that I've gotten the tips out of the way, I'm going to show you guys my last final floor run and then my last final boss kill, since we got all the way through all 24 points that you can do. hopefully that was able to help you out. Hopefully it gave you some pointers. And if you guys do like the video and you're still here, hit that like and subscribe again. I will see you on my twitch.tv channel or on my YouTube live streams, where we are streaming, you know, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, but I've been streaming a lot more than that because this game is freaking amazing. So I will see you guys on the live streams. Come join us in our guild on Solaris, and I'll see you next time. Fist bump from me to you.